Hey everybody, remember PaizoCon? Yeah, PaizoCon was a good time. So something to remember is that PaizoCon was two continuous streams. So even though we had multiple seminars each day, we never stopped streaming, we never stopped recording. And to make sure that all the seminars hit on time, we did these things called couch chat in honor of PaizoCon, the in-person PaizoCon and the time spent having great conversations on the couches around the hotel, which I'm going to explain again in the first segment of this. But for the video on demand releases, we decided to cut those out, just go with the seminars, because if you were just looking for the topic, then you only wanted the topic. You didn't want us having awkward social conversations while I was producing the video. So this, for anyone that missed that, you get all the couch chat strung along. I cannot guarantee that it is going to be a fun viewing experience. It's going to be pretty repetitive. A lot of things happen over and over again. But it's preserved here. If there's any highlight that you remember that you wanted to check out, it's somewhere in this video. So enjoy PaizoCon Online 2026 Couch Chat. Welcome. Not yet to PaizoCon Online 2026. PaizoCon Online 2026 starts in 30 minutes. So this is like a pre-show. It is, actually, let me change to the appropriate background, because this is not the PaizoCon background. There we go. It's Couch Chat. Which, after all that was not nearly as dramatic as it should have been, because I was trying to show off the fact that there's the couches. That's not just any hotel couches. Those are the couches from the downtown Sheridan Roundtree. No, it wasn't Roundtree. What hotel was it that we used to do PaizoCon in person? I have it written down. The Doubletree, not Roundtree. Doubletree Seattle Airport Hotel. So the reason that is significant is that was the home for many an in-person PaizoCon, and what we did was we chatted. So when we weren't gaming and we weren't on panels, we were hanging out on the couches. It was also affectionately known as BarCon, which, if you were a drinker, that was more of your thing. I'm not a drinker, so that's not how I participated in PaizoCon. There we go. We've got some people in chat that already recognize what I am talking about. So, hey-o. We've got Dungeon Arcanist. We've got Dragon Elvish, my local friend Van. We've got Coyote Star and Lex QPS and Lava Being. So yeah, this is the more casual pre-show chat, just giving everyone a chance to get here, both people in chat and people who want to attend PaizoCon, and the guests. We are waiting on Dustin and Ivis. I should check over here occasionally to make sure that I don't have a notification that they are waiting in the waiting room. Because they've been told as soon as they get here, they are invited to sit down and have a chat. Very much like an in-person PaizoCon. So we are going to get into this a little bit in the Welcome to PaizoCon 2026 panel. I don't mind going into a little bit of my motivation for this con now, early on, before the guests arrive. Just because I think that first panel is going to be fairly packed. We're going to go over the whole schedule. We're going to go over what PaizoCon means to myself, to Dustin, and to Ivis. And that alone could take up most of the approximately 45 minutes that each of these seminars is going to be. So, yeah, one of the motivations was, of course, that PaizoCon has been one of my favorite conventions for a long time now. Since, I think, 2007, it must have been 2008, I had Tim Nightingale on the original. It's John Godak is Dungeon Arcanists. Thanks, John, for letting me know. Should not interrupt my train of thought to acknowledge chat, but whatever. Hi, John. I think I said Sean, which was like a combination of John and chat. But as I was saying, in 2008, I had Tim Nightingale on the 3.5 Private Sanctuary podcast to talk about PaizoCon and the Paizo community, which was, of course, one of the things that drew me into Paizo and Pathfinder. Obviously, the big appeal was that Pathfinder was going to be based on 3.5 Dungeons & Dragons, and 3.5 Private Sanctuary's whole point was to be the place where people who preferred 3.5 Dungeons & Dragons over 4th edition that they would still have a place to hang out. And so when I found out that another company was doing a similar mission, that they were going to be recreating 3.5 Dungeons & Dragons under this Pathfinder banner, I decided to get involved, see what was going on. I started interviewing the designers and whatnot. But early on, I also wanted to interview the community members that were making things happen, because that was as much the story to Pathfinder coming to be as the game itself and Paizo's contribution. So Tim Nightingale had put on the first PaizoCon, which was a celebration of Paizo the company and the products they produce, which again at that point was not any original games. Sorry, I definitely am bad at losing my train of thought when I see that chat is scrolling. I've got to stop doing that. At the time, PaizoCon was this tiny event where some fans were celebrating Paizo and what they put out, and the fact that Paizo got it. Paizo gets gamers in a way that no other gaming company that I've seen does, and the introduction of Pathfinder to, give the game that 3.5 fans were saying they wanted, that was just one example of it. It's not just the marketing side, it's also the providing the different support that makes it feel like more than just a game. It makes it a hobby, it makes it a community. And so those early PaizoCons were some of my favorite con experiences, because you show up, there's a few hundred people there, and a large percentage of the people at the con are the people working on the games that we all love and admire. So I would... Oh, Ibis is in chat. Not chat, she's in the waiting room. So give me a second, I am going to let her in. So, while Ibis is loading up. There we go. Hi, Ibis.
Hello.
Oh, you've got a cat. You know what the internet loves.
Well, I was debating on closing him out, and then I'm like, wait, he will whine and cry at the door because there's nobody to appease him. So as long as you're okay with the fact he might appear on camera, which he normally does not sit like this, so I don't know why he's being good.
So I've talked about this before, that I am very allergic to cats, and cats love me. Now, normally I assumed it was they know I'm allergic and they are evil and they are doing it on purpose, but it seems like maybe it works across the internet where my allergy will not be affected. And so maybe cats just love me. And unfortunately, my great superpower and my great weakness just do not work together.
I know, which sucks, because cats are, I was not a cat person as a kid.
Okay.
Never thought I was a cat person. And then I got this dude, and now it's just chaos. He is chaos incarnate, and because of him, I'm trying to make sure you can't see all my messy desk. And because of him, yeah. All
right. So what I am doing right now is I am changing from the 1-up, which is what people will see on screen right now, to a 2-up, so we will each have our own box. So why don't you tell people, what you thought when you first heard that PaizoCon 2026 was canceled, and then rumors that it was uncanceled.
Heartbroken. PaizoCon being canceled literally made me cry. This has been a con that before I was staff, I poured my heart into. Since I've been staff, I've been like, what can I do? Let me do things. So yeah, finding out it was canceled literally made me cry. And then finding out it was uncanceled made me go to Rue and go, cool, what can I do to help?
You were the first person that Rue let me know was interested in participating, and that was exciting. It was like, the concern was always going to be this was going to be a bit of PaizoCon in name alone if Paizo staff wasn't involved, and Paizo staff was voluntary. This is not, you're not paid for this, you were not forced to do this. So the fact that right away we had a Paizo staffer that said, yes, absolutely, I'm doing this, that made me feel a lot better.
Well, that makes me happy. Yeah, that was before we knew any details at all. I just messaged Drew and I was like, cool, PaizoCon's back on, so what am I doing?
Yeah, you think you didn't know details. I was, a lot of this was by the seat of my pants.
But we're here.
Yes, we are. Let's see. No sign of Dustin yet, but that's fine. So just you and I get a chance to catch up. I am going to create a lower third. Can you just tell me your pronouns?
She, they.
She, they. All right. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Nothing to do with your pronouns. I undid something and your window disappeared.
Oh, well, oof.
but I don't want you poof. I want you on the
I
window.
mean, I don't want to poof, but I'm adjusting this just slightly because baby decided to lay down. So
Oh, okay.
I moved his bed specifically over so that he could lay down on camera.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, I am still trying to hear it. Let me just quickly swap from studio mode to what I see. Oh, no. People are still seeing what I was seeing. So, oh, no. Okay. This is what I see now, which people are not. People can see that there are, in fact, two screen videos on the screen. I'm just
Which is good.
overlapping you. So there's a lot of me and not nearly enough you. So I'm going to go back to the one up where we're both equally represented. Back into studio mode. If anyone is interested in producing a con, this is a great way to show, how these things can go down.
Oh, because yes, if it can happen, it does happen, and you have to learn how to do it.
Yep.
I've never been in charge of a con for multiple years. No,
What's some of your favorite
never
con
had
experiences?
experience.
Not, let's say non-PaizoCon. What's some of your other con experiences that you've enjoyed?
Um, Gen Con when I wrote the multi-table special
Oh
and
yeah.
got to watch the room playing it, that was holy cannolis, just insane and amazing and insane. Um, Other than let's go outside of Gen Con and any of the big cons, I have really loved people in my region who are like, hey, come to our con. We want you here. And then they're all like, we have Ivis here. And I'm like, y'all, I'm still me. They're like, no, you're Ivis Paizo staff member. We get to show you off. And I'm just like, hi, y'all. So that's been a very interesting experience and humbling in a lot of ways. And also just very like totally a new way of learning conventions and everything else. But because it's very different to go to a con and not be volunteering and running games or running the con and doing nothing but that and sleeping. It's a very different experience.
I can also tell you that, you and I knew each other in some degree before you got hired, but no, now you are Ibis of Paizo. It is a bigger deal. I don't care whether you understand it or not. You're not just Ibis anymore.
I think I'm just Ivis. How's that? Um, but I am just Ivis who managed to get a really amazingly cool job,
Oh, all right.
and I will admit that.
Sorry, had to cover you up with my GIMP program for a second there.
It's fine. I'm trying to get Twitch to log in because it decided to log me out. So
Boo Twitch. I shouldn't
yeah,
say that.
so
I have to rely on
we're
Twitch
doing lots of
for
things at
hours
the
today
moment.
and tomorrow, so I need to stay on Twitch's good side. So Twitch, forget I said
Yeah.
anything about Boo.
No, Twitch, we love you. We absolutely love you. Just, and I love that you would want to protect my account, but this was not the time for that.
All right, there's your lower third, or almost. All right, do a quick edit.
Ooh, here we go. Because I definitely want to be able to see if people are saying things. Because why not?
Yeah, of course. And while you're doing that, I get to finalize your lower third.
Yay, and hopefully Dustin finds us. I'm going to poke him.
Well, I told him to be here 15 minutes early, so he's not even late
Okay.
yet.
I thought you said half an hour, so that's my fault then?
I
But
think
meh.
the formal instructions I sent said 15 minutes, but I may have told you personally half an hour.
You know what? It's probably telling me half an hour so that I'm on time. Anyone who knows me, like my good friends will tell you that, hey, if you want Ivis to be somewhere, tell her a couple minutes early because otherwise she has a habit of thinking she has more time than she does.
So I just went to a family event, and my mom told us that it starts at 9:55 sharp, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. It starts at 10, but to get us there for 10, you have to say 55.
I mean, yeah, pretty
Yep.
much.
So I am
Oh
extra
yeah.
excited. Like, obviously, I'm excited to have you, but I'm extra excited to have you for the Welcome to PaizoCon because you really are one of the people that like represents what's cool about Paizo as a company. And so,
I when you said this one, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, because like I said, this con is my heart, and this was like the biggest con I was ever in charge of as a volunteer. So yeah, my, it's like, yeah, this con is my heart on both sides of this fence.
yay. All right. I'm a little worried about the pronoun size on the lower third that I just uploaded, but I think that's a good size. Now I've got to get yours to the same size as mine. So one of the mistakes I made was prefixing everything PaizoCon 2026. And so now that I've got this squished on my smaller screen, everything is just PaizoCon 2 on a long list of assets for this stream. So next time I'll have to remember, even though when I get it in like my, in any other folder, I'll be glad that I have the whole context listed as part of the file name. But yeah,
Right.
once I actually get into the folders and the situations that I need it in, that is not helpful at all.
No, because it's like, oh, wait, you're only going to be able to see a half of a thing. And yeah, Vanessa, we're live already.
We're live already, but you haven't missed anything, Vanessa. So this is a pre-show. This is to give people a chance to get the notification that we've gone live, give me a chance to do all the production things, because I am producing and I'm going to be the on-air moderator for most of PaizoCon. And I was not the guy who would produce our live streams when it was me and Param. That was Param doing that. And then Vanessa took over, so she doesn't need me to tell her that. But yes, I am not in my comfort position right now, but I'm doing whenever I can, because PaizoCon just means that much to me.
Exactly. And you've got coffee and I've got Coke Zero, so everything is good.
I actually have a lemon ginger tea.
Okay. You
Yeah.
have tea and I have coffee. Or I have Coke
You have
Zero.
your caffeine.
Anyway, yes. Specifically, I have my blood. This is actually a joke from Origins a couple years ago because of how much Coke Zero I drink. Some people determine that this is a blood bag for me, and they will drop Cokes off with me and say, "Here's your blood bag for the day." So, yeah, this is my blood now.
I'm sure you could get a water bottle that looks like a blood bag.
I probably could, and it would be hilarious to walk around with a water bottle that looks like a blood bag filled with Coke Zero.
What I would not want to do is clean it after.
No, because it would be weirdly shaped, and no,
All right,
that
so
part would not be fun.
while we're waiting for Dustin, I'm going to check in on chat, see some of the comments that I missed. There was definitely some cat comments from earlier. Oh, what did you say your cat's name was?
Auryn, Auryn.
All right, Aaron's got some fans.
Even though right now he's showing us his butt, but
Oh,
yeah.
actually, his butt's been is cropped out, so I can look over here, see his butt all I want, but the Twitch audience is not getting to see it.
Sadness, y'all. Sadness. See if I can.
Oh, Lava Being's theory is that cats can sense the limelight.
Oh, that's not a bad thing. Maybe he'll decide to come back over. Hey, baby. You gonna let people see you before we get started? Yeah? Okay, you can go back to sleep then.
All right, so Numbat is thanking us for the opportunity to see behind the scenes. Yeah, this is as much for our benefit as it is for theirs.
Oh, yeah.
Shanwolf says, look at that nerd. Does not narrow it down who they're talking about. All right. Ziza Stash... Nope. Z-A. Z-E-Z-A. Sheetan. Ziza Sheetan? Do you know?
By that, I was gonna. By that logic, level one gnome, I guess then I would be she them. Although she they tends to be colloquially what's used.
Oh, you are
But
way
that's
ahead
an
of me. I was
interesting
a little further back
observation.
in chat.
Yes, sorry.
That's all right. Well, since you're talking about it, so Gorgeous Cat, if you're interested in a grammar production observations, she and they are both subject pronouns. Either she, her, or they, them is indeed whatever is for it. Okay, that is interesting. I've often wondered why we even do both. Like, it's... actually, you're a great example of why to do both. Because normally, he if someone says he is my pronouns, it's the same as saying he, him most of the time. So when you
Right.
say she, they, are you saying you're equally comfortable with both?
Yes. Equally comfortable with both, and as well as just my personal lineup of everything is just human experience.
Cool.
And all humans are they, so thusly putting it out there as this is me as human.
No, I
Which
definitely go ahead.
I was going to say, everyone who I know who uses like she, they, or he, they has a different reason for why. So,
Right. I would be fine with people using they as my pronouns. I just don't use them personally, and that's why I don't say he, they.
which makes sense. Yeah, I've had friends in the past who had an issue with one or the other, so I was like, you know what? I'll just be upfront that I'm good with both.
And
So,
yeah, I remember Crystal Fraser was complaining one time that she went to a con that was allegedly inclusive, but they referred to everyone by they, them. And she was like, this is not the default. This is something like those are the pronouns that reflect some people's identity and is like a meaningful connection to them. So just making that like the neutral one is not a good. It didn't look good on the con. She was arguing, and whenever I get that kind of insight into an experience that does not reflect my own, I take note.
yeah, very much so because I definitely try to err on what is going to make the most people the most comfortable all the time.
I like that. We should do a lag test just to make sure that that there is no delay. So when I say make some, you say noise. Make some.
Noise,
Make some.
noise.
Okay, so it's a comfortable 1 second or so delay, or no delay at all, and that's just how we're communicating.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going back to someone had asked why PaizoCon was canceled. Yeah, I have lost it. Oh, there we go. It was, and they offered a handy pronunciation guide. So Zezashitan, and I only know what was in the press release, and so I'm comfortable saying that. And whether there's more to the story or not, I will never know because what was in the press release is what is publicly available, and that is that there's just a lot going on at Paizo right now, and that PaizoCon unfortunately was falling through the cracks, and it got to the point that they decided this is just not something we can do this year.
Which is pretty much what I am aware of as well. So take that. And that's not even press release, Ibis. That's what I'm aware of as well. So
All right, and then
yeah.
Vanessa is asking, how did Katie come to pick up the slack? So this may surprise people because it was only officially announced a couple of weeks ago. But actually, as soon as it was announced, I reached out to see what we could do for a couple of reasons. One, PaizoCon is one of my favorite cons. It means a lot to me. But also the continuity nerd in me is like, in 2 years, it's the 20th anniversary. And you don't want to say that we've had 19 PaizoCons in 20 years. And so even if this might not be to the same standards as a Paizo-produced PaizoCon, it is an official PaizoCon. It happened. And in a couple of years for the 20th anniversary, there will be no asterisk next to 20th PaizoCon.
Yep. I agree with you on that 100%.
Clorpdonk says 20 years since PF1 came out, question mark. No, so by the first PaizoCon, I'm not even sure if the alpha for PF1 was out yet. So there were a couple of PaizoCons before PaizoCon First Edition came out. I don't have access to all of the numbers, and I do not want to mess with stuff because that will screw up our display here. So normally I would be happy to look that up, but I
Will
believe we're
look
still a
that
couple...
up.
Oh, go ahead.
I will look that up while you are giving
Thank
the
you.
rest of that information.
All right. So, and to further answer Vanessa's question of how did Katie come to pick up the slack? Yeah, after that, it was just a matter of a lot of back and forth and some contract signs. We needed to convince Paizo that, they could trust us. And of course, this isn't the first time that that No Direction has helped produce a PaizoCon. The original virtual PaizoCon happened because of the pandemic. And there were talks that PaizoCon had to be canceled, and it was considered that there was no other choice. And at that point in time, Param was much more on the production side of things, and so he's the one that said, "We have all the tools at our disposal to do a virtual convention. Like everything we do week by week for No Direction, we could just do that on a much larger scale, and we could help them produce it." And so then the question became, do we do a no direction virtual convention to say, like, there's no PaizoCon this year, but there is no direction con, or do we work with Paizo to make sure a virtual con happens? And so we reached out to them. As Eric Mona later told it, we threatened them that if they didn't do a virtual PaizoCon, we would do a virtual no direction con. That was not our intention, but it did eventually convince them that virtual conventions were a possibility. And good thing too, because the pandemic lasted longer than all of us thought it would. And so for multiple years, PaizoCon was able to be held online because of that first PaizoCon virtual con.
Yeah. And so the PaizoCon virtual con in 2020, the team that took over the year after is the team that I led for 4 years. So the first year where we were in person and online, that was interesting. So David Peaver was in charge of on site and I was in charge of online, and then we went back to being online. But the cool part of that was that it got to be able to be spread as many places as it did. And then this year, the fact that Bridging the Gap Con decided to jump in and make sure there were still games this weekend. So you guys are handling hey, there's still panels, there's still some interaction, and they jumped online to be like, we still want there to be games this weekend. This is a weekend that we've been playing worldwide games for the last how many years now, so we want to continue to do that. So I think they are pretty awesome for that.
Yeah, and thank goodness for them, because in the contract for, like, if somebody is going to put on a convention, an official convention, one of the caveats was there has to be gaming and it has to be majority Paizo gaming, all of which makes sense. But just the producing of the panels was something that, like, this is going to be a lot of work for me. And so the fact that somebody had already dealt with the gaming side of it, and I was just like, can we say we have some association with them and therefore that covers that caveat in the contract? And they were like, yes, that's fine. So I reached out to them. We worked out the best time for the panels so that didn't overlap with their multi-table specials, which they're running every morning, which is why our panels are running in the afternoon.
Which is awesome, in order to make things not overlap and be able to support each other and everything that we all want to do. Because at the end of the day, we're one community and we need to make sure that we are being there with each other, in personal opinion. Also, I am throwing the link for Bridging the Gap Cons Warhorn into chat, because as long as it doesn't yell at me for putting in a link. Because I know sometimes it does that. But anyway, I put that in. There are still open seats at games. So if you aren't participating in Bridging the Gap Con already and you are looking for games this weekend, you should absolutely go play with them. I am playing with them on Monday and I am very excited. So you absolutely should try so. Unfortunately, the link is criminal. Does that mean it didn't work?
I didn't see a link go up. Are you Northern Dreamer? There's 3 asterisks that went up.
That would be it. Let me do it this way.
Speaking of looking for things, it's 3 minutes till. I've pinged Dustin. It says he is online, but he has not replied to me. Oh, there we go. He's in the waiting room. Thank goodness.
Did it let me do it that time?
Yes.
Cool. I just changed .net into literally .net. Otherwise, that link, if you copy it and change that to a period, it'll work.
All right. I need to quickly get back to adjusting my stuff. So let me go back.
I don't have magic. I don't have magic authority powers on this on this Discord on this Twitch to post for links. So sorry, y'all.
I do.
Well, then can you copy the link I posted and fix the dot to actually be a period for warhorn.net and repost it?
Sure.
Thank you, because that's the link for bridging.com. So that, or Bridging the Gap Con, which is where all the games are this weekend, for if people aren't playing things. I'm just going to send it to you on Discord. I'm going to shoot you the link on Discord.
Okay.
That might be the easiest way to do it.
All right. Time is tight. I would like to start this at 6 o'clock on the nose, which means quickly adjusting these panels. I got 2 minutes left. So once again, if you are joining us now, you have not missed anything. This is just like a pre-production that is in honor of the old couch chats that would happen at PaizoCon in person. Hello, Dustin.
Hello.
Let me throw a lower third on the screen for you. There's Dustin Knight, lower third. No, wait a second. Did I not export you with lower third? Shoot. All right, still working.
Thank you, Dustin, for posting that because you have more power than I do. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I got the permissions when I hosted helped produce PaizoCon like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Question mark? Sounds about right.
What is time?
What is time?
The first online one?
Yes.
6 years ago.
Wow, time flies.
6 years ago. Because you were still a VO at that point, I think.
Yes.
Okay, so both of us have had a hand in running this con at one point or another. That's even more hilarious. That we're the staff that jump in to come join everyone. This
Right.
is awesome.
Well, you had the experience.
Exactly.
And this time I don't have to worry about stream keys on OBS or anything like that.
No,
that's
on me
Ryan's
this time.
job.
Yep. And luckily, I got everything lined up. I threw up a quick, 5-minute thing this morning just to make sure everything was working. And then it was. And so now we are basically ready to go. Ivis, I just need to once again adjust your screen. All right. I'm sure our windows are not all equal. So I'm just going to have to accept. No. Oh, boy, Ivis, you're all the way over there. Hold on.
Cat.
Very quickly. All right, I'll include the cat. And
We'll make
hopefully
sure
people understand that this is just the level of production that they can expect from PaizoCon 2026. So I am going to throw up the back soon screen, and then when we come back, we are officially welcoming people to PaizoCon. Everyone ready?
Yes.
All right. See you in 12 seconds. We are not live yet, but we are about to be. Are you comfortable with that?
Yep.
All right. Oh, you know what? I think while I was saying we're not live yet, I clicked on it early because I thought we were in studio mode. So we are live. Luckily, this is Couch Chat, which is the much more casual part of PaizoCon, where people who just don't want to leave can hang out with us before we get to our official talking voices and covering our topics. So, Jessica, why don't you tell everyone an interesting story while I set up the 3-ups to make sure that you... Actually, no, wait. There's no point setting up the 3-up until Shay gets here. So, all right. Well, how are you doing, Jessica?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm juggling a lot of stuff. Oh, Shay says...
I hear I just missed you. I hear you were in Winnipeg, last weekend.
I was. Where were you?
Sick, so I didn't leave my house. But I was gonna go.
I mean, it would have been nice to see you, but I got to spend a lot of time with Thirsty and the other Jessica, with Jessica Redikoff. Mm-hmm. We got a couple of minutes. I can just talk about... KeyCon was great. KeyCon, actually is the closest I've come to another con with a PaizoCon type atmosphere that I've ever been to. It's feels smaller than it is in the best ways possible.
Yes. I haven't been for a few years, but yeah.
I'm surprised you weren't invited this year. It just felt like anyone that was game related was given a guest of honor, or in Jessica's case, guest of dishonor position on the panel, or at the con.
Yeah, I was excited. I actually was most excited to go as a player so I could play in the game Thirst and Run, but I did not get to do that. So
I did get to play that. So and unfortunately, I filmed it and the battery died. So we've got half of a video, but we've got a full audio recording. But that game was fun, and
yeah.
I will be telling everyone that will listen that 13 Omens was really cool, really fun. But I will always add the caveat: but Thirsty's a great GM. And so he doesn't come in the box. So hopefully you get a GM that is as evocative as him, because that was an amazing first experience with a new game.
The high bar if you're trying to match Thurston.
And I guess just Thirsty wasn't the only thing that made it a great game. Jessica was in that game. Scott Young was in that game. Googly Doc was in that game. And the last person I forget his name, and I feel bad, but that's what live streaming does to you sometimes. Numbat says, sorry you were feeling well. Hope you are feeling better. Are you feeling better?
Mostly, I got back to work this week, so that's good. I got a lingering cough I can't quite shake, but
Yeah.
otherwise I'm good.
I also had a really bad cold like 3 weeks ago. And so then that was leading into KeyCon, and it's like, I don't want to be sick for this. My first opportunity to be a guest of honor at a convention. That sounds super awesome. And yeah, luckily I recovered from that, and now I'm recovered for this con. But there was a week that I probably could have been promoting PaizoCon that I just could not. I was bedridden for a couple of days and then had to catch up on a couple of days worth of stuff that didn't get done.
Yeah, the whole family kind of cycled through it. My son got it, and I was like, I can't get that. I got stuff to do, and then I got sick, and then my daughter, and then my husband, and then I was the one with it longest, so crushing it.
But yeah, I have 2 kids, and so when one of us gets sick, all of us get nervous, and usually it cycles through us all.
Yeah.
All right, I see a comment from Northern Dreamer. Oh, Ibis. There's a good story behind it, but I don't know what it is. Oh, the Butcher of Cincinnati nickname, of course. Shen Wolf says, Jessica, you rock!
Oh, hi, Shen. Also, thank you. I'm going to tell my son. He won't believe anybody.
Yeah, I don't know if you're in the same position, because I allegedly am an influencer, and so my kids have a hard time grasping how famous I am, which is not very, but still I have a certain degree of fame, so a certain, like, if we go to a convention together, there is a chance I get recognized, and I stop and chat for way longer than they are comfortable with for whatever I was recognized for.
Yeah, mine are teenagers, so I have never been more uncool than I am right now, actually. And, sometimes I'll be like,
Let me shade, by the way.
as far as parents go, come on, guys, I'm kind of cool.
I like games, you're awesome. Hey, Shay.
Right? Hello.
Hi. I thought we were good. I don't know why, but my brain's like, you have to come in muted. If you don't come in muted, you're going to ruin everything.
Fair enough. So. I did tell you that you were going to come in live. So I am just going to switch to studio mode. Can you two entertain our live crowd while I set up our 3-up?
Yeah.
Hello, live crowd.
So the good news is that we just had a 3-up, so the setup's basically the same, but because I am not an equal member of this panel, I am shrinking down my picture to give you two the visual emphasis you deserve. Oh, wait, I also see you've got Ivis and Destin's lower thirds. I got to remember to replace those. So, Shay, what's going on?
Not much. Just hanging out, enjoying the con, playing games, vibing.
Sorry, playing games on what?
Just playing games outside of the con, playing games in the con, vibing around, desperately praying that my cats don't walk on my keyboard in the middle of a game and make Foundry do a million bajillion different things. So there's one of them.
Yeah, it's okay. The internet is
There's
very
Squash.
forgiving of cats.
Yeah. That's what I learned during today's special, whenever Beans decided that he wanted to try and walk across the keyboard. And everybody was like, oh, but he's so cute. And I'm like... He has no brain cells. And they're like, but we love him. And it's like, yeah, well, if you say so. No, I love him too. I did threaten to make him into soup today, but I have done this before.
What kind of soup?
Bean soup, because he's beans.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's just like how I've threatened to make squash into squash soup before.
Got it. Not going over to Shay's for dinner.
Do you like...
Listen, those boys are not allowed on the counter, so there will never be cat hair in your food.
Do you choose names based on the threats that you can throw at your animals?
So they were named after the three sisters. One of my other boys, who unfortunately passed away in March, his name was Corn. So we had corn, beans, and squash. Technically, their like legal name is in Lakota. So we have Waskuya beans. Corn was I cannot recall because I'm not Lakota, so I don't recall that one. But squash is Wagmu.
So what motivated you naming them in Lakota?
My spouse is Lakota.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
We're just two indigenous people naming our cats food items. We were talking last night. We're like, if we get another cat, are we going to name him Salmon or are we going to name him Turkey? I'm like, that's not a crop. But it is a good name.
Salmon.
Yeah. You know, it's that living up in the Pacific Northwest stuff and everything. My spouse Kanji's next tattoo is actually going to be getting a salmon, so you know, it is what it is.
All right, I've got the 3-up. Is there any
Oh,
issues with the 3-ups, and how do you feel about the layout? I'm not happy with yours, Shay. Moving it around. I think
I'm not mad at it.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Trying to find out.
Oh my gosh, I love garbanzo bean as a name. That's so cute.
I'm guessing chat
Chickpea's
came up
good
with
too.
that?
Yes.
Okay.
Fond memories of an orange creamsicle cat named Pork. Oh my god. Well, for those who don't know, y'all saw. I don't know if y'all saw Squash, but Squash is a void kitty. But Beans is very orange. He is a bean. Yeah. What I loved was when we were driving him home after we picked him up for the first time, I kept calling him a little bean because he was so tiny. We put him in a tiny little box. It was about this big. And, you know, we were like, you know, I'm holding on to him. It's the middle Texas summer. And I'm like, it's okay, little bean. And my spouse from the back seat of the car that we're riding in is like, we're not calling him Beans.
Too late.
Well, guess what?
All right, we are about ready to start. Did you want me in here as a moderator, or are you happy just the two of you?
We're happy to have you. Jessica?
Yeah.
Okay, I will
Meredith.
keep an eye on chat. So I will not be paying full attention to you. So sometimes I will pitch you a question that I did miss the context for because I was reading the question.
That's fair enough.
All
It
right.
is what it is. I'm going to hydrate real fast.
Yeah, you got 2 minutes. And my tea and my water are still doing okay. Oh, I thought you were getting up to hydrate.
Not sponsored by Arizona Iced Tea, but hey, they can call me at any time.
All right, I am switching to the back soon page for... Oh, wait, somebody's got an all caps comment. Shay, tell me about the Numeria scenarios and My Soul is Yours. I think that could wait until the actual seminar. So we're going to back soon, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds. I said right now. There we go. So hello, everybody. We are once again in the couch chat. These are the freelancers that will be participating in the Freelance Summit coming up. And I am about to start setting up a 4-up because I will not be a host of this. Alex will be taking over the hosting duties. So people will not see me for about an hour. Alex, you want to just chat up the chat while I... Oh, I can't hear you, Alex.
You can't hear me?
Now I can. Actually, that's a good idea. Katrina, can I hear from you?
Yes, hi.
Okay,
I'm
great.
here.
Oh, I'm just doing mic checks. Tony
Hello.
and Jeremy.
Hello. Excited to be here.
All right, great. So, Alex, you take over while I do the production side of things.
You got it. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing today? Welcome to the couch. How many of you have been to a PaizoCon before? Yo,
Definitely.
listen, this is like my favorite part because for the last like couple years of PaizoCon, I was very infamous for like hanging out with Owen, sitting with him on the couches at PaizoCon, where there were many good discussions. Honestly, to a certain extent, my own freelancing stuff really got rolling because of it. So this is a really good time to just like sit back and get to know people. So what's up? What's new in the world of freelance? But we shouldn't talk about it too much because we got a panel. No, nobody?
Well,
I mean,
my life's been very busy, so I haven't been doing a whole lot of Paizo freelance, although I am working on a conversion product for a third party.
Oh, that's always fun. Is it a big secret? I like secret projects. They're fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. How about you, Jeremy?
Oh, well, I have several projects I can't talk about, of course. But I have put on the back burner my first Starfighter 2E Infinite product, where I have been working on an adaptation of sort of the grid, kind of Tron-esque in the computer setting for Starfinder. But that's going to be well before it comes out, because I got a bunch of other stuff to work on.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Tony, I feel like every single time I hear about you, there's like some plus product coming out. So like there's got to be something, right? There's got to be.
Yeah, there is. We're actually juggling a couple of right now. Alchemist Plus just came out a little bit ago, but the two big ones on the chopping block right now are Shining Kingdoms and then Adventures, which we're trying to get done. Adventures Plus by Gen Con. Shining Kingdoms, we're pretty excited. We got to work with some really great people for that project, so I guess stay tuned. We just got out of one, so I'm kind of in a little bit of a lull right now, thankfully.
Yo, I'm like really excited to see what the three of you guys do with like some of the big new lore that's coming out of like the Battle Cry event. Like obviously we're not going to spoil anything because that book is still really new, so we shouldn't talk about what it is. But like, have you three seen that there's like a major map change on Galarian? Like it's pretty big.
Yeah, well, I mean it's pretty exciting. Like I mean, I think I kind of just get to sit like a little kid and listen, and Derry, they're really the one that gets kind of like fingers, templing to think about what they're going to do with it. So I'm pretty excited to see kind of where we fall in the new Battle Cry lore, but it's exciting times for sure.
Yeah, there's someone in the chat, Rising Star PF2E, like they kind of hint on some of it. I'm again not going to talk about it on the camera in case people don't want spoilers for a major adventure path that's just ended. But it's wild. Like it's like like there's like a map, and then like I've also seen like just kind of floating around that there's like here's the map change if it's the good ending and it's not a good outcome, and then here's the map change if you fail the adventure, and it's like, oh, we really won this adventure, didn't we? Have you seen any of what we're talking about, Katrina?
Only the hints of it. I've been very much more into Starfinder recently than I have with Pathfinder. So I'm waiting to attack the Hellfire stuff.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what people do with that. Like Dustin was on earlier and he was talking about like things he wanted to see, and I'm just thinking back to that map, and I'm like, yeah, I would really like to see what's happening in the Shining Kingdoms after this. That's bad. That's real bad. So yeah, if you haven't gotten Hell's Destiny and you're listening, I'd recommend picking that up. That looks literal fire, literally. So I mean, but there's like a lot of cool stuff coming out in freelance world. I feel like every time I pop on Pathfinder Infinite, there's like so much new stuff going. It's really cool to see the what did Paizo used to call it, Tony? Was it like a walled garden model or something where it's like, here you go, here's our stuff. You can use it, just keep it in the garden.
Yeah, and there is some really cool stuff that's coming out on Infinite right now. Even just today, there was a new release for shout out to Hero, first major release for Hero with the Exalt, and so that kind of takes like the lore of Galarian and kind of brings in how this new character class like functions in the world. And then there's also like the Unleashed team today. I know they dropped a book that kind of expands on Ranger's role in Galarian, and I like that a lot too. So, that's the whole. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
That's the one with that Barra cover, right? Like it's like the big, burly, completely shirt off orc. Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
The Unleashed team is they have a very specific aesthetic that they go for. But yeah, that's what I love seeing on Infinite is people doing, like their own art and stuff too, and then giving that Galarian like this multi-dimensional kind of visual experience because you've got people doing like custom art and stuff on the platform.
Yeah, one of my
There
favorite.
is just so much stuff available on Infinite
Yeah.
and more coming out all the time. There's a couple of significant bundles at the moment as well. So if people haven't bought their Infinite products, they should go look at those.
Absolutely. And I'm not saying that just because I put Kitsune of Galarian Remastered in it. It's a good bundle. You should check it out. But also I put my thing in it. So granted, one thing that Ryan always taught me to say on No Direction is that we never pretend to be unbiased. I am biased by the bundle.
No. I mean, Kitsune Galarian is a fantastic book. I really think that, it's a really strong book. Like, I do think it's a steal, honestly, because the bundle has like over 40 books in it, and it's a really reasonable price.
The bundle is wild. I was telling Solatra the other day that like I'm really proud of the work that my team and I did on Kitsune of Galarian. I haven't done another book like that since. It was a lot of work and it was a lot of money to put it together. So I haven't had time with my day job. But the thing that I'm most proud of is that like I keep seeing like different types of ancestry focused books that popped up, and like nobody does it exactly like we did it, but you can kind of see the influence and the inspiration. And that's one of my favorite things about in general third party publishing. It's like you get a lot of sort of like this is a good idea, let's take this, let's evolve the style, let's evolve the medium. It's like how your team really set the tone for what like cover art should look like going in. Like you get a lot of that more like it's not like Wayne Reynolds like hardcore official Paizo art. It tends to be a lot more like whimsical and like illustrative and expressive. So like it's really cool just to see all the different creators playing off each other. But I'm looking at the time and I imagine Ryan's going to tell me in about a couple seconds that it's time to go live.
It is time to go live in a couple of seconds. I'm just trying to find a place for Jeremy's lower third. Actually, if I
oh no,
it's all right. I got enough room on both sides that I can crop it. Jeremy, don't be insulted that you've got less negative space next to your name. It's because you're so centered to the camera that I couldn't find a good spot around you for your nameplate.
A likely story.
All right. We can turn off studio mode and people can see the glorious 4-up that I've put together. If people ever wondered why I wasn't the one that did the graphics for the network, I think you're seeing it right now.
I feel that.
All right. So we will be doing the back soon, transition for about 30 seconds. And then as soon as I say you're back, Alex, it's up to you. You ready?
All right. You got it.
Hello, welcome to the latest Couch Chat. We are with the GMs for the Ask the GM panel, which is starting in 13 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm going to be setting up the nicety. I'm going to make it look nice. And in the meantime, Alex is here to just transition us into the next panel. So Alex, you take over.
Yo, welcome. Nice to see you, Rick, James, and Ivis. Were you around for the last panel where we were doing all the freelancer chats?
I tuned into the last little bit of it.
That's fair.
I sadly was not, because I told myself that I needed to take time away or I would stress about being on here. So that was
back when PaizoCon was in person, the number one thing to do with the couches was to sit and de-stress. So like you'd hang out, you'd listen to Owen tell a few funny Star Wars stories or whatever he's got going, and that's literally what the couches were for. So here we are. Let's de-stress. Let's get all the stress out. So we have a lot of like weird and wild and zany fun products coming out for Paizo, don't we?
Oh yeah. We've got some fun stuff in the mix, I think, at the moment.
I'm so excited. Paizo's really been killing it over the last, I would say, post remaster of just putting out books that get me way too excited in my chair about most obscure topics, which I'm so grateful for.
So what has you bouncing right now?
Oh man, Impossible Magic looks so good because I loved the Necromancer playtest. I was at PAX Unplugged when the printout was there. Josh.
I remember this.
Yeah, it's currently, I have a signed copy by my friend Josh Birdsong, who helped write the Necromancer class. And I'm so excited for what Final Necromancer is gonna look like. I have no clue yet, but I'm so excied.
Before I answer that question,
Are you talking about this that's sitting
no.
next to my desk? Because it was the first thing printed with my name on it, and so I snagged one specifically to hold on to.
It's mine. Now, let me ask you, Ivis. The thing that I'm most excited about is technically part of a leak that happened earlier this week. Am I allowed to acknowledge that happened?
Yes, you're allowed to acknowledge that it happened because we acknowledge that it happened, sadly.
Oh yeah. Well, like I'm sorry that you guys didn't get to announce Lost Omen Spirit Realm on your own term, but I am so excited for that. Like I am an ethereal plane hater, so I'm very excited to see the spirit realm. Like, to me, it's just the ethereal plane, but interesting. So I'm excited to see that's got me super excited.
I'm not going to steal Eleanor's thunder and tell
Please
you
don't.
the thing, but I will tell you that the character that is leading you through that book is absolutely amazing.
Wait. So Eleanor was like, it was out to Eleanor. I know.
It's a Lost Omens, and Eleanor was the behind it.
Oh, so was she like the lead developer for it on the project?
Yes.
You gotta tell her that Alex Agunas from No Direction said that is like the number one Pathfinder book he's like looking forward to. Like, I cannot wait.
I will absolutely share that with her. But yeah, she was the lead on it, and the character that is leading you through the story is just amazing, and I'm in love with them.
Yeah. How about you, Rick? What are you looking forward to?
I can't remember. So, because we do so many actual play podcasts, I don't actually get to vary up classes very much.
That's fair.
Typically, my players have dug in for the next 3 years of podcasting. I am very interested in, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, the upcoming adventure path that deals with Bastard Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember reading about that in the 1E Ustalov book, and setting wise, that has always been something super interesting to me.
Gotcha.
Mostly because it gives me strong Castlevania vibes, and I'm there for it.
I love that. Ivis, question for you: is this the panel where you're going to explain to everybody why you're the Butchlin of Butcher of Cincinnati?
Yes, this is the one that if somebody asks, I will. And I have been digging through my pictures, trying to find. There is this really cool picture that got taken by a friend when I was running one night, where they literally pulled out a butcher knife and put it on the table, and there's this really cool picture of a Pathfinder flip map with minis and the butcher knife sitting with it. So even if I can't find it before this panel starts, I am going to continue to hunt for it because it exists somewhere on my computer, and I am going to post it to my Blue Sky later because this picture needs to be shared.
Well, hopefully all 81 of the people currently watching this live make sure that they directly ask you to share that story, because I want to hear that story. Now, Rick, you said lots of actual plays?
Yes. Oh. So, I mean, we've got our War for the Crown going right now. We're deep in book 3 on that. Hell's Rebels, we're in book 4 for that. And then Tyrant's Grasp, we're wrapping up here shortly. We're in Act 3 of, or just about to, I believe, in part 3 of book 6. So that's probably going to be wrapping up maybe here before Gen Con, but I'm not going to promise that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ivis.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask if you'd found any relics in that book, in that adventure path yet, because I wrote all the relics in in book 3 of Claws of the Tyrant. Or no, not Claws of the Tyrant, Tyrant's Grasp. I did write in Claws of the Tyrant. I'm strangely involved with tyrants. Specifically the whispering kind.
Claws of the Tyrant I found super interesting. You threw me for a second there because you're talking relics, and I was I just handed out another relic in War for the Crown because they have the relic system in there as well.
All I'm saying, Ryan, is that I get trusted to write bad guys very, very frequently.
There is nothing wrong with writing good bad guys.
Yeah. Ivis, you should ask the Starfinder side of things if I'm good at aura finding or not. or farming or not. I've written a couple adventures throughout my years. I wrote 51 for 1E into the Dataverse. I'm very good at aura farming.
I was going to say, I know that you were on one of the Drift Hackers books, because that was the first AP I ever wrote anything for, and I wrote back matter for it. So
yo, that was your first AP? That was my first actual writing the adventure. That was fun. It's a lot of work. We didn't talk about this during the Freelancer Summit, but it's a lot.
Yes, and I wrote a creature for that literally I have said is I took my nightmares and turned them into a monster to put them into the
That's
drift.
the way to do it.
And now I've been poking different GMs going, so somebody needs to run this creature in something that you're running, right? Because I want to kill it. Yes, I realize you have to convert it, but I want to kill it.
My biggest aura farm moment in into the Dataverse is I wrote Starfinder has robot dragons as a default, and I took the template that they made and I made a new robot dragon for the book where it is a dragon that has a disintegrator cannon as its focal breath weapon, and so it just fires particle beams at you, and I'm like, I can aura farm with the particle beam dragon.
Okay, that's awesome, and I love it so much.
Jason Keeley really liked it too. He took the art of the encounter that it's in and he made it a full half-page spread in the book.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is official art of things you have written is just the the Glittermander in in Galactic Ancestries. Hi. That's actually the name, and I told Dustin this, so I feel no guilt in sharing. The name Glittermander, that term was a nickname given to me by friends. Oh gosh, early into Starfinder 1. Because I'm anything shiny and sparkly makes me happy, and I am a helpful little Skittermander. And so they nicknamed me Glittermander. And so when I got pulled into Galactic Ancestries just to write Skittermanders, which make my day, I included that term in there, and I flagged it to Dustin in my midpoint, and I was like, I'm not even normally good at turning in midpoints, but I'm turning this one in because I want this term flagged. I want you to know what it is, where it is, and how it got here. Because I am not trying to Easter egg. I am, but I'm doing it completely above
It's
board.
mine. Yeah, no, I feel that.
And so my personal nickname is now a legit thing in Starfinder, and the art is actually based on one of my stuffies that's on the shelf behind me.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, nice.
That's great. I love that.
The art, the Skittermander, the crown is actually on my stuffy. So
love that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the clock, Ryan. We got 3 minutes.
So if we can just, I'm going to switch over to our setup, and could everyone make sure that their lower third is appropriate to them, that I've got all the spelling right, all of the credits right.
Go you.
All right.
My pronouns are any and all.
Oh,
if you can switch that real quick.
Okay, yeah, I got time.
Oh,
I appreciate that you didn't put an R in my name, because that's the common mistake.
Hey.
Sandridge?
Everyone likes to put it as Sandridge. And I'm like, there's no R in there. It's just Didge. So thank you for that.
I knew a Sandidge, so no second D.
Oh.
So I guess I already knew.
I've wanted that one before.
Yeah, Brad. In case you know.
Well, I appreciate your professionalism and attention to detail.
I do what I can, but I'm trying to figure out why James's thing isn't.
It's all good.
Queued up.
I will respond to him as well.
Well, sure, because you'll respond to me and all.
Yeah, exactly. I'm extremely lazy, so if you just say my name, I will just pick up on it.
No, that's all right.
I'm just gonna say James a lot. So
yeah.
How are we doing for time? I got 2 minutes.
That's what I do.
Well, I find when you're doing online chat, calling names is a lot better than saying "Hey, you" when you're in a chat room with 5 other people.
Yeah.
Ivis is used to yelling at me, especially at cons or conventions, where I go bug Ivis as much as I possibly can. So
only because you love me, and it's okay, and I love you too. And
You guys,
yes, you do.
You guys gearing up for Gen Con?
Oh yeah, big time.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I'm excited for Gen Con. I am super excited for Gen Con.
I'm really excited for Absalom Station to be dropping because it is my first foray back into freelancing with Paizo
Nice.
starting last year. So there is a lot of really fun stuff in that book that I can't say. Really good.
I'm super, super, super excited about Impossible Magic, but not for all the spells. I'm excited for everything else that's coming in that book.
Everything but the magic.
Well, no, the spells are good.
You're there for the impossible part.
Yeah.
The impossible part, the lore parts of that book are going to people are going to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got to start in like 13 seconds. Does anyone feel like being the first person I call upon? Oh, and see you later, Alex.
Peace. Good talking to you.
Alex.
Wait a second,
Good
Alex.
talking
If
to
you
you.
log out, all of my frames are going to be screwed up. Do you mind just staying on for the hour so I don't have to redo this stuff?
Okay.
Just gotta mute myself.
You don't
and
even
hang
have to
out
be
in the
there. Just if
background.
you could keep the camera on.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you could mute, because you'll just be a disembodied voice coming in. All right, great. All right, we're going to the back soon panel, and then we'll be back in like 10 seconds.
Exciting.
Whoop, whoop.
Hello, everyone. We are back in the couch chat, where we are just having informal, casual conversations like you might find at any of the couches around the hotel at an in-person PaizoCon. I'm joined by the Mythkeeper. He will be the main talker when we start doing Lost Omens lore, which will be our last panel for today. In the meantime, I have to set us up for that, so should I call you the Mythkeeper every time? Just Mythkeeper?
You can just call me Mythkeeper.
All right.
You can drop the for casual conversation.
Well, I appreciate that. All right, so something we're not going to talk about in Lost Omens lore is, I guess, the characters you're playing. So why don't you tell us about your character?
Oh, interesting. So I am a forever GM. So It's been a hot minute since I've played a character. I play. How about this? The most recent character I played, because I'm running Bloodlords right now, is Sir Seldig Bedless, who's been sending my player characters on various assignments around the Kingdom of Ged.
And sorry, was that bedless, as in like wanderer? Like does not have a bed?
Yeah. So Bedless is the spy master of is the Ghost King spy master. He's a nefarious character, right? Because he's obviously he knows a lot about what's going on around the Inner Sea. He's got the goals of the Ghost King in mind, and he also got involved in some of the events of Claws of the Tyrant. So yeah, Seldig Bedless. I see Rising Star PF2E noting. Oh, am I saying it wrong? Is it Beldis or is it? Maybe I've been saying it wrong all this time.
I mean, it's your game, so you're saying it right if that's how it is in your campaign. I'm
gonna double check now.
That was one time in the middle of a No Direction podcast. Adam Daigle was in the chat, and he pointed out that I always say signifier instead of signifer for the Hell Knights.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is that even as he said it, I was like, I read it wrong even live then. So it was like, Adam's saying I'm saying signifier wrong. What? How are you supposed to say signifier? And so he had to spell it in all caps that there is no I after the F.
I can confirm it is Bedless with Seldegi Beldi. Oh, so many cool people in the chat. Let me, if it's all right, let me shout out some
Please
folks.
Do.
So Ryan Von Agier here in the chat is also the admin on the Mythkeeper community Discord. And Rising Star PF2E at some point had reached out. He's done I'm going to plug something that he's done. He's done a big flowchart with all the things that might happen to a person's soul in the world of Pathfinder when they die. It is, I want to say, 3 pages long. It is very detailed, but it's excellent. So if that's useful to anyone, maybe you can track down Rising Star PF2E. I think you shared it on Reddit and a few other places.
I don't even know if it's useful, but I know it's entertaining. I love a good flowchart, and I will just obsess over it. So I will have to track that down. All right, so you are only like one-on-one panel. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I say, we'll try to make it exciting for the folks at home.
I think you'll have you have a natural affinity for that, so I don't think it'll be any problem making this entertaining.
Thank you.
And one thing that my uncle always taught me is that get someone to talk about something they are passionate about, and regardless of how much you know the topic, it will be an entertaining conversation.
Absolutely, yeah. And I will tell you guys, and everybody knows, oh, look, there's another familiar face right there in the comments. That's Bramble Bear DM. Sorry, let me shout out Bramble Bear as well.
Of course.
He's also got a YouTube channel, and he does Starfinder lore. So I've never done any Starfinder lore on the channel. I get asked a lot. I've played a Starfinder 1E game, but it was just when Starfinder was coming out, so it's been a minute. Yeah, so it's Pathfinder Phil. Yeah, absolutely. There's a small lower tuber community. It's nice that they're coming out. It's cool.
I also appreciate that you've got a nickname for the community, the lore tubers. All right, I am almost done here. Oh, we've still got 5 minutes. We've got plenty of time.
Yeah. But yes, I love the lore of the Lost Omen setting.
Well, no, that's content. We're not getting into that right now.
We're not getting into that.
Okay.
All right. Wait.
My goodness, content before the panel starts, the seminar? Unacceptable. All right, I am going to switch over. Oh, no. Sorry, your lower third is bumping into the date, and I don't like that. All right, I'm still going to go live with it so that people can see what we're dealing with here. So I just need to find a comfortable place for your Lore Keeper logo. Let me see if I can move you up a little. Yeah, actually I have enough room that I can make this even a little bit bigger now. All right, I've spelt Mythkeeper correct both times, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and I got your pronouns right.
I actually can only see the chat. I don't have the
Oh, you don't have Twitch open? Okay.
Hopefully that's okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got it right. So you're good. Let me just see what else is going on with chat. Oh, chat is appreciating all of the shoutouts. Cool, we got 5 minutes left and we're set up. That's the first for this PaizoCon. Every other one I was like scrambling at the last minute. So, I want to ask you something, and I don't want it to be too long of a conversation, and I don't want it to be on topic. So, I guess you were saying you were playing Bloodlords?
Yeah, I'm currently running Bloodlords.
Okay, so what attracted you to that AP?
So it was a community vote. I in addition to the regular lore content that's on my channel, every other week for about a year and a half now, I've been doing a campaign diary series.
Nice.
Which is like, it's basically like an audiobook where I retell our adventures and I do voices for all the characters. It's it's still just a production of one. It's not like a live play. So I did all of War for the Crown, and then coming out of that, I knew I wanted to do a second edition AP. And so I had a bunch of votes, and Bloodlord sort of won out. It was a bit more complicated than that. I kind of narrowed it down by region, and then I also spoke with my players, but Bloodlords ended up being the best option for my group. And the other thing I'll say about my running of Bloodlords is that it feels like if you read online that it's coded as an evil campaign. But I'm running it as a totally not evil. Like they're reasonably good people in a very sinister nation, and that just seemed like a fun way to run that adventure for us.
I like the idea of a reasonably good campaign.
Yeah. Good for Geb, you know.
All right. Oh, we're still a couple of minutes
Thank
early.
you in the comments for the love on War for the Crown. That is a series I'm really proud of.
War for the Crown. We got 3 books into it, I think. It is my favorite campaign that I've ever played in, and I regret that we weren't able to finish it.
It's so good. It's such a good campaign. And there's a moment in our War for the Crown game where we do mass combat and we do where the war gets hot. And that was one of the most fun game sessions I think I've ever run. We just had a blast doing it.
Did you update it to 2nd edition?
No, we just ran that 1st edition.
Okay.
My core play group has been with me for a long time, so it's one of those things where we know 1st edition like intimately. Well, the thing is, we used to play obviously 3rd edition D&D and 3.5, and when the 4th edition split happened, we moved over to Pathfinder, and so we were, I would say, fairly slow to adopt 2nd edition, but I knew once I started doing the channel, I knew that I was like, okay, then my next campaign will be 2nd edition. So that's one of the reasons we're doing Bloodlords now, is to get everybody, and it's gone really well. We've been really enjoying it.
All right, I think we're about ready to start, so I am going to switch over to our backsoon schedule, and once it turns 10 o'clock, we will go live. I will introduce you, and then you can take over.
Great, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Welcome to PaizoCon Online 2026 Day 2. This is a 2-day event of virtual seminars that is somewhat associated with Bridging the Gap. Bridging the Gap, we each have different people organizing it, but Bridging the Gap replaced PaizoCon Gaming when it looked like PaizoCon Online 2026 would be canceled, and we're replacing the seminars and got the rights to officially use PaizoCon Online 2026. Who's we? We're the No Direction Network. And who am I? I'm the director of the No Direction Network, Ryan Costello. So for the next 4 hours, we'll be joined by Paizo staffers in and out doing multiple different seminars, including, let me get right to that. So starting in 30 minutes, we've got Starfinder's latest buzz. So a variety of members of the Starfinder team, Jessica Catalan, Dustin Knight, and Araz Yazgan, will be talking about the big books, the big products that are coming out for Starfinder, including the Absalom, it's got a subtitle, but it's about Absalom Station, and Tech Core. But that's not the only thing that is happening with Starfinder right now. And in fact, the other bit of Starfinder news that is in the works right now is so big it deserved its own seminar, and that is the Luminary, a new base class that is currently being playtested. And so at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, Dustin and Aras stick around to go into the details about this new base class. So if you have any questions about it, any just observations you want to make from your playtesting, you can check that out. You can also hear how the playtesting is going. They're going to give updates. They're going to talk about the origin. They're going to talk about things about the Luminary that they couldn't get into in the playtesting documents. From there, we've got Influence Finders. Pathfinder has a vibrant community, and there are several key members of that community that are influencing it and spreading the good word of Paizo Gaming online. And so James Beck, Runio the Witch, Phoebe Bain, and Mathfinder will all be joining us for a panel at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, in which they talk about why they do what they do, what it is that they do, and if you want to get into the influencer space, how they did what they do, how they got to where they are doing what they do. Finally, we are wrapping up PaizoCon Online 2026 at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, with a look at Impossible Magic, the upcoming hardcover for the Pathfinder role-playing game. We've got Joshua Birdsong, the designer, will be there to talk about the 4 new classes that the book introduces, over 240 spells. And as Ivis was alluding to yesterday, was it Ivis? I'm pretty sure it was Ivis, that the coolest thing about Impossible Magic isn't even any of the spells or new classes. So we're going to be talking to Joshua Birdsong about that and asking him what it is. What is this secret of Impossible Magic that we need to learn about? In between all of those 45-minute seminars, I will be back. Mostly, I'll be just setting up for the next seminar, but for people that are interested in some behind-the-scenes look at how an online convention is run, you can see it. I don't mind spoiling how the sausage is made because I've been going to PaizoCon since the originals, since it was fans throwing a party for Paizo before Paizo even took over. And there was a real charm about the, I want to say amateur approach to it. And I do not mean that insultingly. This is something that was born out of love, and the love showed every step of the way. And when Paizo took over, it became a more professional convention. It was still one of the more intimate gaming conventions I've ever been to. Consistently, every single PaizoCon is much more of a direct line between the fans and the people that make our games than I've seen at any other convention. But those early PaizoCons hold a special place in my heart because of what they were able to do as fan-run conventions for these games. So yeah, I don't mind you seeing a little bit of the behind the scenes about it, because I think that's just going to add that similar amateurish charm. So right now I have 4 people in the waiting room. I am going to let them in, and we are going to have a more casual chat. We are in what's called the couch chat segments, which we are going to be run in between all of these segments, where we're not going to be talking about the topics that we have our guests here for. We're just going to be talking about whatever. The same way as if you just sat down at the couches at a PaizoCon, odds are a conversation would start, and you can either be witness to or a participant in just some really cool gaming industry conversations. So I am going to let in our guests, and then I'm going to let them take over more of the conversation while I do the setups of, the layout and stuff. Admit all. Everybody's joining. There's Jessica. There's Dustin. There's Raz. And there's Alex. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
All right. I think I heard from everyone. Raz, can you just say hello again?
Test.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Everyone's here.
No, that was me, not Aras.
Sorry. Aras. No, can you?
Aras?
Can you
Hello?
not hear me?
I don't think he can hear you.
Okay. We'll give him a minute because this is just typical Zoom stuff. And Alex, let me adjust.
I'm trying
there we go.
to
I
fix
hear
my
you.
audio.
Can you hear us?
I can. I'm trying to get my audio to. 1 second.
No worries. That's
sorry.
You are all here.
I can't hear
early.
anything you guys are saying.
Then I'll stop talking to you.
But that's on my end, and it is fixed now. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
It did work.
Yeah. I hope you guys aren't hearing any echoes on my end. I'm trying a new mic setup. Because I don't want to wear headsets anymore.
I like headsets. It's like my safety blanket when I'm podcasting.
Yeah. I feel that.
I'm too exposed to the world around me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Alex, do you mind taking over the conversation while I set everybody's framing up?
Sure. Are we going to be live, or is this not live?
We are already live.
Oh, we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of PaizoCon 2026. Tell me a bit about your thoughts about how yesterday's ceremonies went, Jessica. I know you were on like a billion shows.
A billion. If
1 billion.
Billion.
If only. Good. It was nice. It's always nice to get to. It's always nice to get to talk at PaizoCon, but I think most of my PaizoCons have been as viewer, so it's nice to get to watch PaizoCon too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you get to do a lot of the hanging around like the PFS halls typically when like at the conventions, like when it's Gen Con and whatnot, right?
This last Gen Con, I was mostly in the booth. I did get to go around to see the organized play and hand out free stuff and meet people and sign things, but most of the time this last Gen Con, I was actually working the booth.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I'm doing a lot of demo tables this next coming one. So.
Oh, nice. What about you, Dustin? You were also on a whole bunch of shows yesterday, right?
Oh, yes. I thought you meant Gen Con, and I'm like, I did digital Gen Con last year. Yeah, I was certainly on a show yesterday. I was on the introduction panel, going over all the different panels that we're doing. It was fun.
How did it feel to be like the welcoming face of PaizoCon this year?
It felt no, it was fun. It was great. Love having a chance to chat with Ryan, and it was great.
And Araz,
Yes,
you were not
hello.
here yesterday, and I've been
No.
trying to wrangle you onto No Direction Beyond forever.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, forever. So you're gonna have to tell me, since obviously, for those of you who are watching on Paizo Stream who don't know, my name is Alex Agunas. I am No Direction's master of ceremonies for No Direction Beyond, which is our network Starfinder show. And Aras, you typically when we have someone on the show, and I'm not on the show right now, I'm on a Paizo stream, but usually the first thing I always ask someone is like, how did you get into gaming? It's like a time old tradition that Ryan and Param set up in ages past. So tell me, what was your road to Paizo?
Oh, my road to Paizo. It was a weird road. I'm originally an engineer, well, at least by education. So I came to Seattle to be like, okay, you know what? It's COVID era. Got to get a job, and then I'll go into like game development. So my head was in more the video game space. I actually started playing TTRPGs in 21. I'm originally from Turkey. We don't really have a lot of RPGs translated to Turkish, so I didn't really grow up playing.
Okay, cool.
But I always wanted to I was like, oh, yeah, that seems so cool. I like writing stories. It seems like it would be fun to play a character. But anyway, I came here. I started working at a local company here, and then after about a year and a half, I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. This is destroying my soul. No, there's no shade to my team. My team was awesome there, but I was like, I gotta leave. I need to actually pursue what I wanted to do. And so I left and started applying to game dev jobs. It was not a great era to leave a company and start applying for new jobs. About a year and a half through, I met Jenny at GDC, Game Dev Conference, at the union table. Jenny and Rue Dickey were there, and we just chatted. I had a business card with like a little drawing I made on its back that I gave them both. Several months later, Jenny writes back, "Hey, I found your business card when I was cleaning up, and thought we should get in touch." And we chatted. At some point, I ran a game for her. The next day, she was like, "Hey, that was awesome. You want to do freelance? I think you do great." And I said, "Okay, sounds great." By this point, I was like, during my free time, unemployed, 24/7, I was running TTRPGs for my friends. Just like if I wasn't prepping for a TTRPG, if I wasn't running a TTRPG, I was drawing characters for my NPCs. And after that, there was a job opening. Jenny was like, "Hey, you're not very experienced, but you can apply. It's probably unlikely, but." But then one thing led to another. I met Jessica and Dustin during phase 2 of that interview process.
Nice. Wow, that's quite a story. That's
and then I jumped headfirst with Starships, which was really fun.
Okay. Well, I'm sure people are gonna want to hear about what that means soon. Given that currently, as far as I know, Starfinder doesn't have official Starship combat rules or Starship stuff, content in general in second edition. So hopefully everybody listening will stay tuned to hear more about what Aras has to say about that.
By the way, apologies, I had to pick him up because he was destroying and eating a box.
Look at the doggo. Look at the doggo. That's the other thing. You heard it here. We got a doggo on the stream. So I guess wow, we have like an action-packed day today. That's like back-to-back Starfinder. Is that right?
Yep, that's the plan.
Ooh, very, very fun. Very cool. I'm sure there's a lot of people in chat who are excited to hear all about the new Starfinder discourse. I know Dustin and Aras are going to be on later today to tell us a bit about the Luminary, which is the current playtest that's going on. And immediately, once we're off of the couch, we're going to be hopping in, and it looks like it's like the what's the buzz, right? You know, a great name considering that the first thing is called Secrets of the Swarm on that the title card that No Direction's been sharing around.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever played the Attack of the Swarm Adventure Path? Any stuff in it? I've done like the first 2 or 3 books.
I wish. I really wanted to play that one, but
yeah, that one's really cool. I always like when adventure paths advertise that they do something really weird, and I think book 4 in that one talks about going to a very weird place in the first edition system. I think I could spoil 1E. That's allowed, right, Jessica? That's allowed.
I mean, yeah.
You
Sounds
go
like
in
cool stuff.
You go into like Hylex's Mindscape or something like that, and it's like, whoa, I love the weird stuff, but like I also ran Strange Aeons because like book 6 of the Adventure Path for first edition, is one of the Pathfinder ones, has like a picture of the heroes fighting like an eldritch abomination wrapped around the Eiffel Tower, and I was like, I need to know this. What is this?
I got to start playing that one. That one was fun.
That was a good one. I ran that one all the way through. Very fun and very, very weird. Very weird. Now, we have a lot of Starfinder stuff that comes out. Like, you know, lots of content is out. Does anybody have like? Let's go with all 3 of you. What's everyone's like number 1 favorite book? Like, come on, you got to pick a bit. You got to pick a darling.
Out of what's released?
Yeah, out of what's released right now, what people know about and what's on the shelf. What tell me what your favorite is, or tell me like a really good memory you have making that book. Anything you want.
I am going to be so basic right now. I'm going to say Player Core, because getting to work on all, like, basically everyone who was working on the team at the time touched pretty much everything in that book, right? We were all designing classes, we were all developing classes, developing ancestries, we were all doing everything. And when as a freelancer, I do design and design and writing, right? Mm-hmm. But as an employee, right, I am on adventures all the time and love my organized play, but it is really nice to get to stretch those design muscles and, you know, make classes and things like that. So it was very much like, it felt like a very community book to be working on. And it was very big and very exciting. And I am super proud of it.
Awesome. All right, Dustin, you're up next.
Player Core was probably my first choice. I could say the playtest book, I guess. That's a little more proto. But obviously The Gap is the book that I will have the most fond memories of contributing to as the premier Pathfinder 2E. No, in all seriousness.
Such a shame the problems at the printing press. It was
an easy one to work
Yeah.
on.
Man, I mean, every single one, like GM Core was my first time I got to write just basically an entire chapter by myself, plus like it was really fun to work on.
What chapter was
actually,
that?
I'm gonna say Galactic Ancestry. Sorry for like taking all the books, but like Galactic Ancestries was so cool. It was so much fun. Glorpos and Scrimblos and just weird little aliens and figuring out like what makes them different and cool mechanics for them. And Universal Ancestry Feats was just a home run, and the whole thing just came together so well.
Now, Aras, they kind of took all the good books, so good luck.
Excuse me, they're all good books.
They're all good books.
So from the ones that came out, I have to say Galactic Ancestries, because it's first of all, it's the first book I worked on. I didn't write for it, but I did a lot of dev work on it. All of them are great. I use Player Core the most probably, but probably the one that I'm most excited for is coming up soon, but I don't want,
Ooh, yeah, you're gonna have to keep that. You're gonna have to keep that close. So now we have a couple of people who want to ask some questions to the couch in chat, which I am all for that. One question was asked by Shan Wolfo1. They want to know what's the hardest part about developing for other developers or designers, I suppose.
I think maybe not the hardest part, but the hardest part to remember is it doesn't matter how important the person whose work you're about to develop is. You put that aside, put that ego aside, and like you're gonna tear that thing apart.
It's time
right?
to rip
Like
it up.
we are gonna pick apart everything, right? Especially for a big rule book, right? Like you need to get right into the even little things and grammar and rephrasing just to make things flow faster, or taking someone's thing that they've worked really hard on, like a big class, for example, is a big tough one to do. And remembering like it's your job now, it's your turn, and you just need to make it as easy to understand, as smooth running, as all that kind of changes as possible. So I think developing and knowing you will be developed by your peers, important both ways.
Yeah. You got to learn to not take anything personally. It's all for the greater good of a more perfect product. It's also interesting to note that since we all play lots of different games and we've been playing these games for so long, you also have to keep an eye out for neologisms from older versions of the game. Like I'll still occasionally write flat-footed, or within your threatened space, I see somebody continue to write, and I hold nothing against them for doing that because I still write flat-footed. So, but there are little things you learn to look out for, and some of them stretch way back. I'm now reminded of a PFS game I played in a little while ago, fairly surprisingly shortly for when it came up, where the GM asked me what my character's dominant hand was, and we had to have a little conversation about how things have changed since AD&D.
And Aras, what about you think?
Sorry, I spaced out. I knew what the question was 5 seconds ago.
What's the hardest
thing about developing? Yeah. It's a difficult question to answer, especially because I'm relatively new to this. Sorry, my dog's pulling me away. I think everyone has their own style of like designing things, whether they're doing this professionally or freelancers, or whether they're someone else, like a colleague. I think one of the most difficult things is to keep a standard across all of the files that you're working on, because there needs to be consistency, not just in terms of quality, but in terms of the language they use, the formatting they use, the obviously the balance of it, right? It's not just a matter of whether or not it would break the game, but it's like there are standards that you need to follow for each stuff, and it's just being consistent about that when you're working on 100 different like 5th level feats. That's I think one of the tougher parts.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it.
New answer for the most difficult thing is in copy and Dropbox file reversions.
Oh, that doesn't count. That's not. Oh, Dropbox, yes, but in copy, that's
Tech problem.
All right, so we're almost ready to go live. We've got about 8 minutes left on the clock before the panel starts. So I thought of something fun that might be a fun question to ask. Have you all heard of the game Kiss, Screw, Kill?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to play that game with the three of you. But instead of telling me who you're going to kiss, screw, kill, you're going to tell me who's the luminary, who's the mechanic, and who's the technomancer, since those are the three play test class we've got going on. So out of the three of you, Jessica, Dustin, and Aras, each of you are going to tell us who you think the technomancer is, who you think the luminary is, and who you think is a mechanic. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first and say that Aras is a technomancer, because that's the easy answer, because he's the one who actually knows computer programming.
I feel like I got to agree with that. You get to be the technomancer by virtue of I am not good with technology, and you are.
Do you agree, Horace, or someone else the technomancer?
I like the Technomancer a lot. I think I probably am the Technomancer, but also I love the mechanic and I worked on the Luminary, so it's like it's like Sophie's Choice, but instead, imagine if Sophie had 3 children she needed to choose from.
You have to choose the factotums, not a class.
Yeah.
Or Ross is going to take one of them and then take the devotion feats for the other ones. All right. So now, who out of the three of you, who is the? Let's go with the mechanic next, since Aras was just talking about the mechanic. Aras, you can start this time. Which one of the? Who do you think the mechanic is if you're the technomancer?
Oh, that's very tough. I think honestly, I think Jessica, you might be the mechanic just because of how just because of your work days, like the regime that you have to go through.
Yeah.
With, like, you have to be like clockwork.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So Aras's vote is Aras is the technomancer, Jessica is the mechanic, and Dustin is the luminary. Jessica, since you got picked, what do you think?
Oh, I would say I'm definitely not the luminary. Is an answer.
Well, you make all the NPCs shine in
I mean, I suppose I'm good at shining the spotlight, but I'm not good in the spotlight. I would say that Dustin is our luminary, since I've already named Aris the technomancer, and I would probably agree that I'm probably most the mechanic out of those three.
He's doing all the prop stuff already. He even has a wheel of spoilers. That's his spell.
And he's on all the discords and throwing spotlights on products, and oh yeah.
Yo, I think this is a pretty compelling case. What do you think, Dustin? Do you agree that you're the luminary?
I will react by shining the spotlight on you because you were the last person to target me.
Oh, that's funny. That's very funny. Now, there's a couple questions in chat. There are people asking like, what secrets did we learn over the weekend and stuff like that. I'd say if you want to see some previous content from the last night, we're definitely going to have, I believe we're going to have some of the videos up like in the future at some point.
Give us about a week and then we'll have video on demand of all the seminars so far. And I'll probably clip all of the couch chat into one long montage. Compilation, better than montage.
You should definitely talk to James about that. James is super. He did like a small little forte into doing clips from No Direction Beyond. He made some very funny one-liners that I said at one point.
I'll talk to James about
it. And we will have spoilers for our new Starfinder products throughout the stream. So gotta stay tuned.
Yeah, today is the day for spoilers.
Oh. The spoilers, we're approaching them at an alarming speed. So we've got 4 minutes. Do any of you have any questions that you want to ask? You know, you can ask me, you can ask each other. What do you want? We got 4 minutes to go.
Going?
Oh, that's a kind one.
My day's good. I had a garage sale today.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
That's what I was doing.
How'd
Were
it
you
go?
able to say goodbye to some old stuff?
Yeah. I am that person who I've always lived in small spaces, and my house is quite small. And with the 4 of us, right, me and the kids, and my kids are teenagers now, and everybody has hobbies that take up so much space. I am that person who, seasonally is like, what don't we need? What do I need to get out of my house? This is going to charity. So, yes, there's always a pile of things waiting to be sold or donated or passed on to someone else, right? So,
it's funny to say that. I was just thinking I need to sell some, I accidentally bought 2 figures of the same thing. So, and I'm like, I need to sell one of these, I guess.
I don't think you need a whole garage sale for that.
4. There's 3. I have 3 copies of 2 copies of 3 figures. But yes, I don't need a whole garage sale for that. You're
right. We have one person asking, was there any good news from this weekend?
We found out why Ivis is the butcher of Cincinnati.
Yeah, that was a funny story. I enjoyed that story.
Good to know.
And Moosher12, this will be the last question we're going to take before the show, I'm guessing, because I think this will take some time. They want to know who everybody's favorite iconic is, Pathfinder or Starfinder.
Oh.
If I had to pick for me, I think that my favorite iconic is probably, I can't think of what his name is, so hopefully the Paizonians can help me, but it's the Tengu Oracle. I think that his story in PF2, yeah, I like that. I like that he's not a core ancestry. I think that we don't get a lot of iconics that aren't core, and I really think that his story of like kind of being like in the middle of this big storm and finding like clarity and purpose in it is really cool and inspiring. It feels like a very epic movie scene. I love how that one is written.
I thought for sure you were going to say Yoon.
Oh, I do like Yoon. Oh man.
You like a lot. You're supposed to.
well, no. I adored Yoon when they first came out for PF1 because the idea that it was like a child iconic and that was something very, very different from all the other ones. I was like, oh, I like when the iconics feel like new and fresh, and you show me a character you've never seen before. Like if you guys were to give me a mountain biking witch in Starfinder, I'd love that.
Out of the iconics that we've revealed. Probably Chick, but I'm very biased because I got to write that one. But like, I absolutely love how people have taken what was written and expanded on it, including the author of our line of fiction, Era of the Eclipse. There we go. That was extremely fun to read, and I like Chick from that a lot. And
yeah,
but Chick.
I gotta mostly agree. My favorite one's not out yet. I'm very excited. Chick is my existing favorite. 10 stars. And also just vibes wise, I want to be Raya. So she's amazing.
All right, we're getting pushed out into the panel. So you got to go or ask quick. Tell us one word. Who's your favorite?
My favorite to play is Oboe.
Yo, Oboe's great.
Yeah.
All right. Then I suppose it's time to get ready for the panel to start.
Yeah,
let's file on into the panel room.
We will be back in less than 1 minute with the Starfinder's latest buzz.
Though, but people could watch me look for it.
Oh, you know what? We've still got the one up from when we were focusing on the wheel of spoilers, Dustin. So you're all people can see right now.
What? No, that's the opposite of what I want.
Well, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it.
Dustin, the most important part of this couch segment. Oh no, I'm here too now.
It's all right. You saw me for a second there. Just gotta keep stretching and then shrinking.
It's all Dustin all the time. That's true.
No.
So man, you've seen a whole bunch of different Starfinder books get shipped now, huh?
You talking to Dustin?
Yeah, to Dustin.
Oh, yeah, I guess I have.
Yeah, how does it feel to be an alumni now?
Not real still.
Not real still.
Tell that
not
to
100%
your blue
real
polo.
still.
See, it's great. Everybody in chat is saying how you're the actual luminary because there's like the wheel of spinning curtain is on your icon currently. So it's true. Look, Dustin has shown the spotlight on him. It's great. They all say we love Pipe Fox son.
Well, thank you all very much.
I know that feel.
Oh, that's Jessica in chat saying that.
Yeah. Listen, it's true. It is Jessica. What? So I guess. Oh, look, Aras is back. He'll be here momentarily, and then we could start talking more. Bathroom breaks are real. All right. So I guess.
Actually, Alex, anyone want any dumb trivia?
Trivia?
Yeah. So
I love trivia.
Some PaizoCon Online 2026 trivia. You three are alphabetically by first name the first three people of all panelists. So it was very easy for me to find your lower thirds.
Oh, we did it!
Congratulations, you did it.
We did it. Alphabetized. Hooray.
Success. Everything just as planned.
Exactly. I'll go make sure and tell my mother that everything went exactly as planned with the naming convention. All right. So I mean, how's it feel? You guys we've gotten through the first half of the big announcement push. We're getting ready to do the Luminaries Shine a Spotlight episode next. Are you guys ready to go? Don't tell us anything about it yet. We got to save it for the content.
I mean, if I say no, does that trigger anything? That'd be funny.
Fear.
Like, are you ready to go? No, let's do this.
Fear. It's funny that people are in chat talking about how Luminary has a wheel focus spell. That's fun. I enjoy that.
Is it a wheel of spoilers?
Is there a wheel of spoilers focus spell for Luminary? I know there's like a wheel of.
There's a wheel.
Like,
yeah.
And we were talking about Dustin's the Luminary. So it's just everything's coming together.
See, I'm broken and I can't hear the word wheel without thinking of the card game definition, which is to discard your hand and draw a fresh set.
Someday I'll build Rael the wheel commander. It'll be great.
I know, you'll just traumatize me. I'll be sad. But that's okay. Card games are about making your friends sad. Tabletop role-playing games are about making your friends happy, not trading card games. That's the opposite. Aras, you said that you've played you hadn't played a tabletop RPG before coming to the United States during our last couch time. Did you play any trading card games over in Turkey?
Never like on a competition level, but I like when I was in elementary school, it would play Yu-Gi-Oh on like in the during recess.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
When I was at swim camp, one of the fellow students had borrowed my deck and never returned it, and didn't come to the last day.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember I had I had a dark magician deck that it was all spellcaster cards, and that got swiped at a card shop, and I was heartbroken.
Yeah. I lost my first big Yu-Gi-Oh deck too back during like the Mechanical Chaser 7-colored fish era. My deck was swiped during a tournament, and I kind of quit for a while. Used exclusively Japanese cards from that point, so people wouldn't steal my deck, and they were cheaper.
Yeah.
Is that where the lore started?
Of me using foreign cards? Yeah, it's partially because I'm cheap and partially because, hey, people won't take my cards if they can't read them.
That's true. Wow. That's funny. Now, I guess what other types of games have you guys played, and how does that affect like your design work? Because you two are like the Starfinder design brains, right? Like everybody else is a developer and you guys have the designer title? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Tell us about games.
I can start. I always put the onus on you, Dustin, so I'll start this time. Video game wise, Final Fantasy Tactics had a big impact on me. And like it kind of changed how I looked at storytelling in games, and also like customization, etc. FTL Faster Than Light had a big impact on how I designed Starship Combat for Starfighter 2e. That was like a big thing of like, oh, that really that's like the one game that really focuses on what it's like to be on a starship while still focusing on it at a macro level. What else? I played a lot of Skyrim.
Nice.
I never do quests in more than one way. It's always the same way. Like what else? I'll say one more.
Yeah.
Oops.
Dustin, you answer while I think of another.
Oh, sure. One. Yeah, I've played about 40 different TCGs. Mostly Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Legend of the Five Rings are probably the most played ones from my past, but and those continue to influence in a big sense. Played a bunch of TTRPGs, of course, and continue to do so, both as an excuse for my job and because I love them. And a lot of narrative-driven, like very system light online role-playing games, forums, Discord, stuff like that. Legend of the Five Rings was a trading card game for 25 years, and then it became a living card game for about 5 years, and now it just exists as a role-playing game, to answer Artemis in chat.
Nice.
One of the games that had a big influence on my like artistic journey was Dragon Fable. Which is like an old Flash browser game like whenever I was waiting for my parents to be done with like patients, I would like go downstairs, grab one of the empty computers, and like try a table on my friend's account because he had like the premium version. So I was like, yeah, I got a big dragon now.
Yeah,
Um,
I wish I could play more video games, but my reflexes have been shot by 2 decades of almost exclusively tabletop games. I used to
play
play a lot of
turn-based.
I used to play like Counter-Strike, and like Melty Blood, tons of that, like lots of fighting games and fast-paced games. But then I just started getting into stuff like Pathfinder and D&D and things like that. A lot of character optimization in D&D. I love theoretical character building. I don't love bringing them to tables. Don't bring them to my tables. But I do love reading about things like the Omnimancer and Pun Pun and watching people's math crunches on like this character does 7% more damage on average, and it's like cool. That's kind of neat. It doesn't actually matter in the real game, but like neat.
That reminds me of the time we beat up with the Grim Reaper on Kodahan and Curia at a society event. The actual Grim Reaper.
Oh boy. I'm only doing an average of like 716 damage at level 13. That's totally comparable to the pre-gen that does 72 damage. Why? This system is great. I love Winnie, by the way. If anyone out there wants to GM like my secret games for me, I'm all for it, but you will not have a interesting time because it will just be tons of damage. Anyway.
Dustin likes blender characters. And unless he's playing support, then he's the supportiest support. All right. We got about 2 minutes before we have to get started. So I guess from here, what are you most looking forward to in future PaizoCon panels after yours? Because we got 2 more panels for the day after this one.
Influence Finder. I love every person on that panel, and I can't wait to watch them all together talking and doing all their cool stuff. And I also have a lot of respect for streamers. I tried doing the stream thing during COVID, and like I could manage 2 30-minute streams a week, self-producing and stuff, but that took like 8 hours plus a stream just to prepare for and then get everything together and get everything working. It's a crazy amount of work and effort, and people who say that influencers have it easy or whatever don't understand how much insane amount of work goes into that and dedication, and the fact that they're willing to dedicate themselves to talking about Starfinder and Pathfinder is a honor. It's awesome. I love watching these influencers.
I also have mad respect for streamers. Everybody, make sure you give Ryan a big thank you for all of the work he's doing keeping this stream up. We literally would not be able to do PaizoCon without Ryan and all of his hard work.
Well, thank you.
Know. All right, so we got about less than a minute left to go before we get started. So why don't we get ready to get started?
All right, we'll be back soon with welcome to the stage, the Luminary.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Couch Chat at PaizoCon Online 2026. We have our influencers for the Influence Finder panel, but we are not quite ready to get into that topic, so I will just be setting some things up behind the scenes. And let's see. The important thing about Couch Chat is that it's nothing that we could actually talk about on the panel. So, has anyone had a chance to play any games at Bridging the Gap, the virtual gaming convention that's going on at the same time as PaizoCon Online 2026?
Unfortunately not. I've been busy doing some freelance work for a very specific company. So my time has been in a Word document, slamming my head against the keyboard, praying to God a redacted thing happens.
All right, then. Actually, Pathfinder, we'll start with you. What is the last time you got some Pathfinder in, and what was the game?
When was the last time I played Pathfinder? It was probably 3-ish weeks ago. I have my currently ongoing game. It's my homebrew game that I'm running. And yeah, it's like set in Andoran, and currently the party is in the process of getting the lumber consortium workers to go on strike against the consortium so that, they can seize the means of production.
So real escapism fantasy there.
For real, yes.
All right. How about you, Phoebe? When was the last time you got some Pathfinder in?
When was the last time I played? Because I've been playing on Thursdays. We've been having it off again, on again, like every week is either Pathfinder or Starfinder. And the Starfinder one is my favorite. Now, I literally just swapped my character from a Technomancer playtest to the Luminary playtest.
Oh, nice. How are you liking the Luminary?
It's very fun. It fits my character a lot more.
I liked in the chat when people were asking for a Luminary character concept, you came up with a VTuber right away.
Yeah, I can't wait for Tech Core to come out so you can play Living Hologram, Luminary, and just be a VTuber who like unionized and then left their own like puppeteer and decided to do their own streaming instead.
That is a super cool concept. Unfortunately, I don't think that's when the Luminary... but you can still use the playtest version. That's what you're saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, great. All right, keep going. Runia, how's your gaming been lately?
Well, like, there have been a few games I was a part of recently, but the only one that's still running is a Callistrian game, a Callistrian-focused game. Everyone is a clergy of Callistria, and we're trying to set up a place in Gentralost. And, oh boy, we've been through so much.
So, Callistria is a god that I've always been interested in. Mm-hmm. I've never played a character that was dedicated to Callistria because I'm waiting for a time when I could make the most Callistria dedicated character, like a real champion of Callistria. So what character are you playing in that campaign?
I am running a champion of Callistria, an unholy champion of liberation.
Ooh.
More specifically, she was a former gladiator, actually. And it's one of those things where she was kind of a gladiator against her will, kind of born into it, and earned freedom by particular people and ended up joining Callistrians over the idea of just being free to do what she wants.
Yeah, that is definitely the religion that somebody that was forced to fight against their will would be attracted to.
Yeah, and I have been throwing the gladiator archetype onto her, and it's been great to have this very, very showy protector.
And James, I don't believe I got your answer. How's your gaming been?
My game has been a lot of fun. I'm currently setting up for a few Starfinder games, but right now it has been a lot of my home game, which is I've been trying to introduce a bunch of people who have never played Pathfinder into Pathfinder through the lore. So we're currently in a made-up Tessa Fairwind event that's happening in the Shackles as they're going around to all these islands learning about all the cool creatures Pathfinder has, because my end goal is to be like, look how many awesome things I can throw at you to hurt you. And Pathfinder does not disappoint. So I've been having a lot of fun time. Right now we're in a dungeon where I have boarded them so many times. Like, I ramped up the difficulty. Like, they really want this one gun that I hid away deep in this dungeon, and I warned them, like, this is a side mission, this will hurt your replacement with the raise, and this is hard. I have warned you, and they're all like, because you know the boldness of players, they're like, you got this. It's the worst that'll happen. And then someone did like commune with spirits, and I was like, okay, cool. Hundreds of dead adventurers show up around you, all going, do not go in there. And the sorcerer was like, spirits lie, so we can't trust them.
What, the spirits are hogging all the gold? Like, why would the spirits lie?
Yeah, so no matter how many times as a GM you can warn somebody, don't do something, player boldness will always get in the way of that.
Honestly, I've always just preferred to let things fall as they may. I ran Extinction Curse once, and someone who was playing, I think, an investigator and had oddity. What's the one that lets you get impressions off of things? If you
oddity identification.
Yes. One. They decided to do that on an Aeon Orb, the Aeon Orb, and I was like, okay,
psychometrics.
Yeah, and it's like
I like that James mentioned like showing people how cool all the monsters in Pathfinder are, because that's what my next session is gonna be. It's literally just explaining to my players why NPC core is the best book Paizo has released. It's got so much nonsense.
It really is. I showed my players the leg breaker NPC, and they're all like, can I join them?"
I fought a leg breaker NPC. Oh boy, there's a lot of like.
I don't know. I love the gun witch.
Yes.
So I like the idea of convincing people that if you got to fight monsters, you might as well get killed by
That
something
might be one of the
interesting.
ones I'm using next session. I think some of my players might be in the streets. Yeah.
All right, we got 5 minutes left. I'm still setting up your lower thirds. Has anyone been following the PaizoCon panels? Any thoughts? The Luminary panel is just we just finished that one and that one. I know we just talked about it a little bit, but I'm super excited about that class, and I'm not playing Starfinder.
I cannot wait until the Impossible Magic one right after this.
Oh
one.
Yeah.
Because Phoebe, me, I am a Magus, and so like that one having the remaster Magus, I've been waiting.
Meanwhile, I've just been eating with Witch. I'll say that.
I think Aris should let me lovingly bully him in a playtest of the Luminary, just to really push his limits, not me.
Sorry, I am almost done here.
Am I coming through clearly? I think I'm having pack internet.
Oh,
I think voice-wise, you're coming in well. Your video seems to occasionally freeze.
Oh, all right. As long as the voice is coming through.
Let's also just do a lag test. So when I say make some, you say noise. Make some.
Noise.
Make some.
Noise.
Okay, so Mathfinder, you are like a second or two off. So just everyone keep that in mind when you address Mathfinder. Give them a second.
Okay.
Just in general, I like to count to 5 in my head when I address people. This is just something I learned briefly when I was a special needs teacher.
You know what? I need to start doing that.
Yeah, it's surprising how much communication becomes cleaner when you just give people a chance to process before they react.
I just want to say, James, you look so professional, and I'm just a goblin.
I debated so much about like, should I wear a t-shirt? Should I just be casual? And then I was like, I wore something nice yesterday. I should probably wear something nice again today. But I don't want to like sound braggy or anything like that. I'm down to like maybe like 6 shirts that like properly fit me, because I've been personally like going to the gym a lot and like purposely like bulking up. So I've just thrown out like literally 3 days ago, threw out half my shirt collection and gave it to my brother, because I'm like, these no longer fit me. And so I was like, I found one shirt where I was like, oh my god, my back doesn't like rip this in half. I'm gonna wear it.
I'm the opposite. I'm down like 50 pounds, so I like have no pants that fit anymore. So I just have like the biggest belt I can.
Well, my shirts are not fitting like they used to, but not because I'm hulking out at the gym.
Yeah.
I just saw like a TikTok where it was like, you shouldn't work out because you feel physically great about it. You should get unnecessarily jacked at a job that doesn't require you to be unnecessarily jacked. And I was like, I need to be the swollest freelancer Paizo's ever had. And
I want to see your traps like up to your like jawline while you're sitting there typing.
Give me a full year, and it's gonna be like whatever next assignment is gonna be. Yes.
I wonder who your competition in that category is.
Oh, I can think of a few names right on the top of my back, right on top of my head. Jenny Jazbarski, number 1, ripped his person at Paizo. And then all of the Pathfinder team. I need to be able to bench press all of the Pathfinder team at the same time, or else I'm not a real freelancer. I'm sorry. That's my rule. That goes to nobody else who's ever freelanced. That's just for me.
All right, so I have finished our setup. Phoebe, you're a little high there. Okay, if you log into twitch.tv/official no direction. You can see it on the screen there. If everyone could just confirm that I've got all the proper credits, proper pronouns, spelling of their names right, and if anyone has any feedback on the layout, because I am not a visual person. This looks fine to me.
Looks good to me.
All right,
Yep,
great. I will say, this is, just to give you the impression, this is what it'll be when we're actually on. This is Couch Chat. All right, if everybody's happy, we've got 1 minute, so I think now's a good time to switch to the we'll be right back screen, and we will be right back with Influence Finders. Hello, welcome back to Couch Chat at PaizoCon Online 2026. This is maybe our last... No, we'll probably have a post-panel Couch Chat to wrap up the whole event, but this is our last pre-panel Couch Chat, because this is our last panel. We're going to be talking with Josh about Impossible Magic. We are not going to be talking about it for the next 15 minutes. This is an informal conversation. Nothing that is said in this part of it will apply to the panel. So
this is a very possible couch chat.
Possible, science-based, it's all very grounded.
Yes, I believe you are muted, Rob.
Oh, are you?
Oh, unmuted.
Okay,
there you go.
Okay, I have to set up the display. So, Rob, why don't you introduce yourself and take over the conversation while I do this?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Rob Pontius from No Direction. You can find me on social media, Silent Infinity, but from No Direction, you probably know me from my Investing In series, which is predominantly Pathfinder, but usually a touch of the other indie games I'm playing, as well as some cons I'm going to, including my article this past week, which is about going to MagicCon for the first time. Interesting to compare that to others. And we are joined by the amazing Josh Birdsong. Josh!
Hello, thank you for having me.
Well, very excited to have you. You were actually the last Paizo staffer that reached out and said you were interested in participating. And that was really nice, just where the schedule was at that point, because we had a good spread of here's some panels with, some seminars without Paizo staff, here's some with, but we didn't really have a good, panel to end things on. But I think talking about the upcoming Pathfinder hardcover with the designer on the book, I think that really was a great capper for the whole weekend.
Yeah, I'm very excited to talk about this book because I have not been allowed to talk about it for such a long time, and it's just been welling up inside of me, ready to explode in like a giant spell that might. This is a very feasible couch chat, so I won't talk too much about this. But
thank you.
Would you say your soul has been scarred by some of these spells you haven't been able to cast?
It's hard to say one way or the other. What hasn't been scarred though is this wonderful cup of tea that I made for the chat.
Ooh,
there you go.
I am a big fan of tea. Tell me about your tea.
Yeah. Yes, I have a whole section of my kitchen counter constantly devoted to the creation of a London fog that I can make at home. And I make one just about every morning. Yeah, and this one's a little bit special. I'm using my sister homemade the vanilla for this one, so I only pull that one out for special occasions. So I thought this panel was a nice, fun little treat. So I get some homemade vanilla in this one. I like using soy milk with teas because it doesn't have a lot of flavor, so it brings out the flavor of the tea more.
That overriding.
And, yeah.
I assume you have a pretty impressive frother then?
Yeah, I do have a milk frother that is used almost exclusively for making frothing the milk for the London Fog. But I've recently discovered that you can also make a really good hot chocolate with it. So I've been also making some hot chocolates with it, which is quite wonderful.
I am
Even
prepared to get as nerdy about this milk frother as you are willing to let
me. Oh boy, I don't know the brand of it. I don't know. But it is like one of the ones that has like a little like handled container that you put on it and a little mechanism that you can pull out and clean that's magnetized at the bottom that spins it.
Oh, you know what? I have a feeling we have the same frother then.
We might have the same frother, yeah.
Set and forget. I'm not much of a tea drinker. I've predominantly been a Harney and Sons tea drinker since I first found them while visiting New York City, and I tend to stay towards the lighter blends since I don't drink it that much. Yeah. But I think I would benefit from a frother for when I have guests. So you both will have to share with me where you've gotten it.
Honestly, they're good for if you have coffee, if you just want a glass of warm milk before bed. Like a milk frother is one of the handiest things that I have. It's one of the things that just has a permanent place on my counter. Most of my devices go back into the closet.
A frother and a kettle have been a great utility. And the kettle is useful in ways that even beyond tea that I didn't expect to be useful. Like if you want to heat up like a pot of water, it's often faster to heat it up in the kettle than pour it in the pot and work from there. Which is surprising, but it will heat up water about like 30% faster than an oven top usually.
Nice. I am a hot chocolate fan. And I do have this like chocolate melting mixing device that is from a company called Hotel Chocolat that's based in England, and it will like heat up the chocolate and stir the milk and such for you. But it's not quite like a frother. It's just really like melting and blending. And I keep that out all year because there's still times you want a hot chocolate.
You always want a hot chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, it's really good to like let it mix too. It'll be warm, and then I'm like, I'm gonna set it off, and then let it refrigerate, and then it's like a really nice cold chocolate.
Yeah, just this morning I was out at a tea place with some of my friends, and I got a chocolate boba, hot chocolate boba, and it was delicious. I didn't realize that you could make a hot chocolate boba, but wonderful. Highly recommended.
Was the boba chocolate too?
The boba was tapioca, like usual, but it complemented it really well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice. I have so many questions. I'm so eager to get out. I'm saving them
about
for
the
once
tea,
we're actually
right?
recording. Well, yes for tea, yes for impossible magic.
Can I tell my embarrassing
this is just
Gen
as
Con
exciting.
tea story?
Oh, you have a Gen Con tea story? I get most of my teas from
in the
cons.
mall attached to the convention center, there's just this really fancy tea place. And on the first time I was at Gen Con, it was the day early. I was done setting up with the people that I was there with. Went exploring, found this tea place, and left with $80 worth of tea. And I was like, "How did I do this? That's money that was supposed to be spent on games." But
listen, that's about how much I spend on tea at every con.
Okay, but this is like 10 years ago, $80. It's that much more expensive tea. But what was great is that a couple of years later, my wife, who, when I told her this story, she was like, I cannot believe you spent all that money on tea. But yeah, I was setting up. My wife was just off exploring, and she came back and she said, I did the same thing.
Same tea place?
The same tea place.
That's
maybe
amazing.
not $80 exactly, but way more than she was expecting to spend.
Amazing.
Yeah.
My con spending goes to tea. There's one I like in particular called Friday Afternoon Teas that goes to all the local cons around me. I really like their tea. I also get tea from Good.store whenever I'm not at a con, but most of it comes from a con. Wonderful tea. And besides that, it's mostly like plush plague doctors. I have a pretty substantial collection of plague doctors.
What are plague doctors?
Like plush plague doctors?
I have one.
Yeah, like. Oh, okay.
I also gotta say, with your virtual background, it was super cool how you just kind of plucked that out of that building.
These are the spells I'm showcasing. Summon plague doctors.
Amazing.
Yeah, I have probably around like 80 plague doctors.
Why? Do you really like the effect, the like aesthetic of the plague doctor look, or?
I think they're neat. I think they're cool. I can just like decorate my whole house with them, just put them all over the place. It also is a very like convenient thing to ask for when people say, "What do you want for X holiday or birthday or things?" It's like, I don't know what I want. Here's a list of plague doctors that I don't have yet.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
if
nice.
we can get logistic for a second, I am going to switch to the two-up that I've just set up. I want you two to look it over, make sure I've got all your names spelt right, and everything is as you want to be identified. So if you are in the official Paizo chat, so twitch.tv/official Paizo, you can look on screen. That is what this coming seminar is going to look like.
Be good if I loaded it, huh?
Yeah, just remember to mute it as soon as you open it, otherwise feedback.
Yeah, like a designer, that looks good to me.
Okay. Ooh, Kojo Imperial in chat is saying, speaking of tea, They were at LA County last week. One of the places the LA PFS Lodge plays is Geeky Teas and Games. Ooh, I need this to be a franchise. I need this to get to Montreal.
It'll lose the charm of the franchises, though.
Oh, right, fine. I need to get to Geeky Teas and Games.
Yeah,
then.
you need to get the Geeky Teas. Absolutely.
Lovely. Looks good.
All right, great.
Twitch was yelling at me for authentication, of course.
Right.
Yet again.
All right, we can switch back. So we've got 3 minutes left. Josh, have you gotten to play any games at Bridging the Gap, the virtual gaming convention that was launched when PaizoCon was originally canceled?
No.
That's fine. I just like bringing them up every time.
Good to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Sounds fun though. I might check them out. But I have been playing a lot of board games recently, and the only video game that I have played in like the last month now has been Slay the Spire 2. So that has captured my entire attention.
All right, but what about board games? What have you played that you liked lately?
Oh, Spirit! It's always Spirit Island. I play Spirit Island at least once a week.
Spirit Island, never heard.
Yeah. I've been playing it for years and years now. I have a custom built box for it and everything. Yeah.
I may have a copy that I've never played. So I used to curate a subscription box called Board Game Bento. So I ended up with a lot of
one player.
Okay, I was just trying to justify why I have a box of shame or pile of shame of boxes.
Oh, everyone has a pile of shame.
I know, but I still feel like if I have an excuse, then it's not as bad.
Whether it's books you haven't read, miniatures you haven't put together yet or painted, or board games that are still in the shrink wrap, everyone has a pile of shame.
Fewer of those, though. Like, usually the game gets to the table.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like I have that box of Gloomhaven I had ordered long ago and have never played with my friends, and I'm like, I'm like half tempted to call my alma mater since I'm still in state and be like, hey, does the gaming crew want this? You know, would they make good use of this rather than sell it? Like, let an actual gaming group actually enjoy it.
Yeah,
but did you want to play with them before you leave? Before you just give the game up?
No, I don't think I have time.
Wow.
Now, I don't know, 7 years ago now, I'm trying to figure out. Talking with Adam, Order the Emperor Die, and he's like, you got to reflect on, we only have so much time to play so many games. One benefit of the Emperor Die is we get to do that quickly in a weekend and play through modules. But like with my friends and such, it's like, maybe once every 2 weeks, what am I playing? And then the occasional board game in between. So I don't know that I'm ever going to get to go through Gloomhaven, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Because
Gloomhaven requires a dedicated group for.
Yeah, and I'd rather be playing my Kingmaker game.
Style, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's not just something you can just throw on the table one game night.
No, my crew is deep in Kingmaker with me, so that that's our life.
Well, if you ever get to a point where you're like, oh, we finished this campaign, we want to play another one, and none of us wants to be the game master this time around, pull out Gloomhaven.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the collaborative side of those kind of games is really cool because everyone's just kind of going in together to work through the scenario, work through that quest. Absolutely. And I think that's really cool, especially when, like you said, no one really wants to be the GM or has that time to do it. You've got a scenario ready to go. You just got to work through it.
No prep required.
Yeah.
Besides setting up the map.
Still got to plan for that time.
It requires less mental effort to copy and paste a map than it does to come up with a adventure.
Especially everyone now cares about that production, especially virtual tabletop or in person,
Yeah.
All right, it is 9 o'clock. Are you ready to finally talk about Impossible Magic?
Oh, you know what? I gotta go.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding. Yes, that's just. Let's put reality aside for a moment and let's delve into what might be and what might not be the impossible magics of the world.
All right, I'm just going to hit the transition screen, and then, Rob, you're taking over, you introduce the panel, and I'll just be sitting back here producing.
All right,
have a good panel. And we're back. Thank you for joining us for PaizoCon Online 2026. Technically, PaizoCon Online 2026 is done now, but we've been having these couch chats, some of which were just a frenzy of logistics. Some of them were some really deep into interesting conversations about things that just you do not usually get to talk to the Paizo staff about. So I see we've still got an active chat. So if you have any questions for us about how PaizoCon went, we're happy to take them. But Rob, something I meant to say earlier, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much.
How was it spent?
I am. It was good. I had good friend time. I wish the weather was better here in New England. It was so hot right up to the day of my birthday, and then the temperature plummeted 25 degrees. So I would have much preferred being out, beach or the pool, but still got lots of friend time together and family as well. So thank you very much.
I assume New England weather is a lot like Montreal weather, especially in the spring. It's just unpredictable.
It comes and goes. Yeah. It's very rainy today. It'll be very rainy tomorrow. My brother's actually at a wedding, and of course, rain's good luck, I guess. But allows me to get a lot of things done. A lot of good hang time for games, of course, too, and get ready to go back to work. Which, at least I have Tuesday off too, and Tuesday's supposed to be nice, so I'll get
good.
a little more outdoors time too. But now I'm going to be taking all my notes that I just got from Josh and trying to figure out, what do these all mean? Especially the shared feature between the summoner and the magus. I'm like, what does that mean? Was there a specific feature already that they both shared? I'm going to have to do my homework.
I didn't realize that impossible spells were a thing. I thought, impossible magic, it's an evocative title. But I didn't realize that it's like, you have one chance to cast this spell. That is amazing.
We found that out. Yeah, there was the reference to there's this new thing of spells that truly marks you on the soul. And I guess that's the soul can only handle the spell once. So you better cast it how you want it. Yeah.
And I don't think he outright said it, but he was talking about the memory loss and stuff. So it seems like